Right, mate. Yeah, let's have a look here. Now, first off, I just want to say that this here is Eve's Corner. You can add, this is Eve's channel, actually, for requesting analysis for TA, and this is her setups here. So I probably should have stated that maybe more clearly, but it's definitely good to check out her stuff. She does some fantastic stuff, so definitely worth keeping an eye on here. And if you need anything from her here, you can ask her to do some TA. But in the meantime, I will look at LUNC. So obviously we've had a bit of a bull move in meme coins, if you want to call it, and this was absolutely fantastic. I wish I had seen this. Look at this compression here, and look how straight the line is right there, and it actually broke out. Now there was this stop hunt wick, so anybody on futures might have got stopped out before the real move, and that is quite normally, quite often the case. Look at that 11% move. So it doesn't surprise me we got that wick down, but you know, if you're on spot on there, it was an absolutely beautiful move. 49%. I just had to turn off my volume there because some alerts are flashing. So I'm going to zoom out here actually, and I just want to see if there's any yearly bullish stop hunts, because many coins have had that. My computer's running slow here. There may be some scans running. Okay, so no bullish yearly stop hunt here yet. We are still quite red on the year, so it is not like many other coins, which is good to know. You know, it's good to keep an eye on that. But you know, if we pop up here, this is a different sort of setup. This is technically at this point trying to form a bullish yearly 3 month engulfing candle. I just said that completely wrong. Nothing to do with the yearly. It is below the yearly. Here's a yearly level. Below the yearly, yeah, my voice is about raspy. Below the yearly, trying to form a bullish reversal of a 3 month candle, bullish engulfing. It is not formed yet, right? We have another month and 18 days left. So if this does drop away from here, it still opens the door for this to go lower, right? That's still a possibility because of the time left. I just changed that to red here. So it's going to be very important to see where this closes. Now, if this closes strong, I know you're probably looking for an entry right now. A lot of the move has happened. We'll look at the smaller time frames in a minute. But you know, if this is strong here, coming into the close at the end of the year, well, then it bodes well for this moving back higher and continuing on up. Okay, so we are kind of in a little bit of limbo here at the moment, because we've already had most of the move and it's already rejected and created a lower high. Let's see. Oh, it's a bearish stop hunt actually. Yeah, it's a bearish stop hunt, but in a slightly bullish situation. Okay, because you're attempting to form a bullish candle here, and sometimes this can be a vital clue. If you get that clue, sometimes you can count that as a higher high than the previous candle. But not always. In a bearish situation, this can signal that was actually a short, and you could short this down to new lows potentially. So we're a little bit in limbo here at this point in time. We need to kind of break it down and try and figure out what is going on here. Now the monthly, 16 days left, touched perfectly into the you see the stop hunt right here. But I'll clean this up a little bit. Yeah, touched right into the yellow 9 EMA. Now a lot of times in this situation, what can often happen is that this needs to round out and price needs to safely get above it, right? So maybe there'll be 1 or 2 more candles here before actually doing that. So this is it's a very, very interesting and potentially nice bottom. This here is one of my favorite setups right down here. It's a shame I didn't see that. It's hard to see everything in the market, but look at this an inside bar and a pierce below the inside bar. As soon as this gets above the inside bar, price moved hard to the upside. That was a flawless setup. Now what's interesting here is we have actually formed and closed out a bullish engulfing 9-week candle, and we just formed a new candle yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Yesterday, I think. So currently we are red. We are getting dips across the market. Now that's okay. That is okay, and it's expected, because we want to see downside first, because then if we pop up and flip green again, that's bullish and this could run again. So that's probably what I'd be watching for in the near term. It's a little bit of a knife catch buying down into the dip. Now don't get me wrong, you can actually look for certain setups on this dip if you want to knife catch it. But if this pops up and flips green again, that's when you need to be really on alert, because when you get a bullish engulfing like this, there's always the chance you can get a second one, okay? A second move higher, second candle is like a second bar play. Momentum likes to continue. You can see here momentum to the downside, it likes to continue. Momentum to the upside sometimes likes to continue as well. As long as this is red here, there's not that much to do unless you really do want to knife catch this. Because I do like this. See this 2-week candle here? I do like this. This is a nice breakout. I would suggest that it's probably going to be a new 2-week candle before this moves. There's a few things I like about it. I like the fact that this is the first close inside the 2-week yellow 9 EMA. This is a beautiful setup, really, at times. Now, nothing works 100% in the market, but I would say dips down here look like good buys to me in the near term for at least a retest of the highs. See something like this? You want to see the yellow 9 EMA hold. So maybe, I know I said nothing to do until it flips green. That's a safe way to do it. But if there is a dip down on a new 2-week, I would suggest that has a good chance of then popping up and flipping green again on a new 2-week and getting the next move. I shouldn't draw that candle so big yet, but I think it's possible to test the highs at least. I don't know, you didn't mention if you're short term, if you're long term, or what. But even that's a big move. That's 20% higher. Okay, so and if we did get a lower dip, a dip down into the yellow 9 EMA, you want to see this 9 EMA hold. Okay, you do want to see that hold. Worst case scenario, you want to see their hold. Right, that's the worst case scenario you want to see hold. So your support, I suppose you could use something like this. There, that you do not want price to break through that area below. That can be your stop loss. Or whatever. So if we get a dip down in here somewhere, your risk, I suppose, is 8% there maybe, but you're possibly 29-30% to the upside. 1 to 3 risk reward, but the market might even give a better entry point, and you might even be able to get a better entry point, maybe on a new 3-day candle or something like that. So if we do have those levels now, let's break it down a little bit. So you can see it's red on a weekly here. If there was a pierce below here, you can use this level now. See the lows of this candle? So you could use the lows of this candle for a potential stop hunt, right? And if it dips down below this level here and pops back above it, that's a long, right? So that would be a beautiful long opportunity to then look to test the highs again. Down here, these were your supports that you want to hold, but using the weekly low here, that could be a major pivot to be looking for a stop hunt on. This weekly is still red. We've took liquidity above, so nothing to do this week. Sorry, this 3-day, I should say. Hopefully a new 3-day goes lower into this area. Now what I will say is, in the past, right, large volume, right, large volume, what did it cause? Above large volume, it caused a sell-off. You get a large volume right here. It didn't get above it, but it caused a sell-off. The large volume right here, it didn't get above it, but it caused a sell-off. And we have a large volume right here. Is this volume different? Is this breakout volume, while all of these were capitulation type moves? Now, a lot of the market has been getting these sort of breakout volumes, if you want to call it. So there is a chance it can be different. But I just want to say you need to be careful. It is red on a 9-week and red on a 3-day and red on a week and red on a 2-week. It's not red on a 2-week actually. So that's what I'm saying. If you get a dip down and pop up and flip green, for me that's the safest way to trade it. If you do knife catch it, you need to be a little bit careful. But I like the fact that it's the first close above the yellow 9 EMA. Now it needs to prove it and needs to hold above it. So if you do get dips, you want to see those dips hold that yellow 9 EMA on a 2-week chart.